How happy would you be if you woke up at 3 a.m. every day, though?
For that money that those guys get, those overpaid slobs,
Crimea River.
those prima donna overpaid guys, I'd get up for that time. But anyway, they're down there in Florida, and I hope they're listening. I really do, because they know who they are and they know what they are. And now they're being frauds, like all the rest of the media people that go down to Florida and pretend pretend as hard as they can that they're working. Oh, what did you do today? Well, I did my regular show, then I went to the golf course, then I went to the beach, and I pretended I did some stuff, and I got some sound bites from somebody, and big deal. It's basically spoiled brats on vacation.
Jealousy is such an ugly emotion.
Actually, Mikey, I got to be honest with you. I don't work that hard. We do the show and leave. There's no
exactly.
golf.
10:01. See you later.
No golf, no sound. We're done. Jeez. Mikey? What's he so mad about?
Where did this come from?
Mikey is, a guy who is jealous because we're down here and he is.
Yes. When your show is not relevant enough that the program director would never, ever, ever consider sending you to the Super Bowl,
right,
for an example,
right,
or your show is so irrelevant that the program director would never consider sending you to spring training, then I guess jealousy sort of bubbles up and roils to the surface.
If you get an audience and you have some success, you get those perks. That's what I would say.
That's how it works.
But I thought he was going after me, and I didn't even know it was last night. Typical Curtis. He didn't tell us it was last night.
No.
But it sounds like he went after Dino the most, right?
Why? What
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Well, I know that you you were Team Mutt in the Mikey fight.
Yeah, I think Mutt does a very good job.
No, but
I think Mutt cares. I think Mutt prepares. I think Mutt came in a couple of times when one or the other of you were out, and he knew all the stories.
He
knew what was
much better than Mikey. Much better.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. They're different.
No. They're different.
Well, they are different.
Who do you think's the most naturally talented host on our station? Guy just born with talent.
Thornton.
Who do you think, Kirk?
What?
Kirky?
The most naturally talented broadcaster at the station?
Yes.
Probably Fourier.
No, you're not going to play. I'm going to say Mikey Adams. I'm going to say the guy is funny, glib, quick, witty, all those things.
That's sort of a dub. Isn't that sort of saying he's underachieved?
Of course it's a dub. I mean,
right.
I always say he should be.
Can we just get to the point where he rips?
Mikey Adams should be on like late night TV.
I know. He should be like Bill Murray. We know. Can we play it where he rips?
Yeah.
Where he rips Dino?
Anyone.
I just want to hear him rip
Go ahead,
Dino.
son.
That's all.
Why would we play that?
You're just
What do you mean?
jealous.
I'm not jealous. You think I'm? Why would I be jealous of those guys? So what if they make 10 times as much money as I do and have half the talent? Those guys, they're peckerheads. All three of them. I mean, I like Callahan the best out of all of them because we've been friends forever. But then that's what Dino said to me, too, when he's just dissing me completely.
In the Punjab.
Remember the time Dino came on in the morning and he blamed you for all the crap?
Yeah, it was a lie. That was, honest to God, that guy is the biggest baby. He's a spoiled brat. Ever since he was in TV, oh, makeup, I need the hair, wardrobe. He's not like that in radio, and guy's gone from he's like 350 pounds and he's down to 200 and he's back to 300 again. He's like a freaking balloon.
Whoa.
Wow.
First of all,
where did Mikey?
If Mikey is upset that I called him out the morning I came in and all of his fecal material was all over the studio, and we had to spend, not just me, other people, 10 minutes cleaning up the mess from Mikey Adams. But I said it in jest, and I said it just
I don't think that's what he's talking about.
I think he's
talking about the Mutt. I think he's
deep-seated.
Didn't you send him a text during the Mutt thing and say that he screwed up or something? Or if you had been Mutt, didn't you send no?
No. I didn't do anything to Mikey. I mean, I supported Mutt. I thought Mutt was in the right.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And whoever set Mutt up for that is really good at his job. That's what I would say.
Oh, that was you?
No.
I love when Mikey said, what, I'm jealous of them just because they make 10 times more money than I do?
I don't know if that's true or not.
I guess you're sort of saying that you are jealous, aren't you?
I don't know if that's true or not. Mikey is...
That sounds out of character. And I say this in all honesty. I've known him for like 20 years. I've never seen that dark side.
Oh.
And producers, have you?
Yes.
Where?
I've heard. Well, I've seen it. I used to work with him at night.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah,
it's there. There's bitterness.
Not on the air, off the air.
Yeah, there's
but
bitterness.
He is bitter.
There's
he
anger.
is extremely bitter.
I've never seen him like that guy we just heard from, or the guy that the producers say goes off on them or goes off on Mutt.
Right.
Never saw it.
No,
when he didn't go to the Super Bowl, he was on a tear for weeks after, just complaining
But that's
and complaining.
not our fault.
No, he's a
jealous.
He's a 60-year-old man who wants to come down to spring training. Well, get a ticket and come down. Do the show
I think
here.
he should have gone to the Super Bowl. That's not our call.
Right, that'd be fine with me.
I mean, he should go. This is not this, but the Super Bowl's his kind of thing where he could do funny interviews and funny bits, and it'd be much. We'd serve with him there than us. I mean, it's early morning. We're struggling just to find an interview. We're half awake.
What was the story? And it was a huge story that Mikey came on the air a number of months ago, and it was something that we discussed from 6 to 10. It's something that Dale and Holly discussed from 10 to 2. It's something that the afternoon show, in whatever form it was at that point, discussed. And Mikey came on the air when everybody else was done and had no idea that this story was big and talked about and the topic du jour.
Well, Billy doesn't book himself, Dino. Okay,
Ah,
you get
true.
Billy in there.
Yeah.
You get Billy in
Yeah.
there. That's what I would
Billy,
say.
yeah.
Did we play the number sausage? We already played number 6 or no? Was that part of it?
He's got another one of him ripping me.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's go ahead.
And you know what? He's a phony. He's a big phony. He's real nice to my face, and then behind my back, he's a jerk.
Oh, my God, Mikey, you're going to get in trouble.
I don't
You
care.
get in
I'm
trouble
telling the
with
truth.
guy.
The truth is my defense.
All right, well,
I don't like
love
people
you.
telling
I
me
think
they're
you
my
guys
friends and then
every
mistreating me behind my back and on the air. I don't like that. I think that's when you're someone's friend, you're supposed to have their back.
Yeah, but you know what, Mikey? At least they're talking about you. When they
I don't
stop
care. I don't
talking
want
about
them talking about me. They talk about a lot of people. Every time they talk about somebody, it's because they hate them.
Behind his back.
Where did this
what
come
the
from?
hell is he
no, what is the
talking
genesis
about?
of this?
Is it as simple as I supported Mutt and thought,
I think. I mean, you maybe you're friends
Mutt
with him.
works hard at what he does, and Mikey just mails it in every day. Mikey shows up high as a kite and thinks his glib humor is going to carry the day and drive the ratings and make people want to advertise. Just because I said Mutt cares about his job and is a professional, and Mikey is a slob that doesn't give a rat's
He called
ass.
you a fat liar, Dino.
Yeah, he did.
He called him. He did he not?
Yeah.
He said you're a balloon and you're a liar.
Look how happy Minihane is.
I'm staying out of this one.
My work.
You're staying out of
Where
this.
was Mutt? See, I don't think Mutt was there, right?
Arcand was.
Barkan?
Michael
no,
Barkan,
Barkan.
yeah.
If
Oh, Michael
Mutt were-
Barkan,
If Mutt
really?
were there, he would have texted you and
Yes.
said, "You got to hear this."
Yes.
So what was Arcand doing there, Sausage? Was he laughing?
Well,
He was remaining silent, from what I'm told.
kidding. This is Arcand, the guy who direct messaged me all the time. Oh, you're great.
Do you know
You're
him?
doing a great
Let's
job.
Text him and find out what set Mikey off.
I will,
wanna
but this
know.
is a guy. He didn't have our back. He'll
Oh, who
direct
cares
message me
about
all the
having
time.
backs?
Nah, I like
want to know what
loyalty.
set Mike off right there.
All right, I'll find out.
I think
Stabbing
it's-
him in the back off the. I've never said a word about Mikey.
I'm telling
Well,
you.
off
It has to do with the Mutt thing, Dino, I believe.
Oh, it does?
He was very angry about that when it happened and just kept railing on about it and on about it.
Here's
I
what
think
I'd say
it
to
has
Mikey.
to do with
Do
that.
That was a long time
Do your
ago.
job. Do your job.
Right.
Prepare
Yeah,
a little bit.
prepare a little bit.
If you prepared a little bit, and I understand you have fun and you're wacky and you tell jokes and you're
Trivia.
hilarious, but if you prepare a little bit, when the Wells Report is happening and you come on and you do songs of the 60s, I'm going to criticize you. I'm sorry. If you can criticize me. I'm going to criticize you. Mutt works hard. Mutt is better at his job than Mike
Are there
is.
any cuts where he talks about
Minihane? Let's see.
Yeah, Kirk's going to be so
Yeah,
disappointed.
he mentions Minihane in cut number 1. Let's play that, shall we?
You know, at this time of the night when it's just a quiet sports night, I just want someone to call in and say something freaking outrageous on the air. You know? Call somebody out. Call me out, for that matter. I don't care. Just want a little controversy here. I got that, there's one guy who works at this radio station. He needs to have adrenaline and controversy or he can't live day to day. It's his addiction. Do you know who I'm talking about, Christian?
No, I don't.
It's on in the morning. Got to have controversy and venom and fire, or else he can't go day to day.
You must be talking about Chris Curtis.
No,
Kirk
not.
Minihane.
Yeah,
Minihane. I had a feeling.
It's like he lives on that stuff. You
Yeah.
know, he gave up all the alcohol and
Yes.
the drugs and, the late night.
So now he has to take it out on Boston.
Yeah, takes it out on anybody.
Right.
And if there's nobody, he'll find somebody.
Right.
That's different than the passive aggressive anger of Dino in the morning.
Oh, yeah, he's absolutely aggressive.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And one of the other.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
You know what to expect.
Sounds like a compliment to me.
I know, huh?
Forget it. I take everything back.
Who's the woman? I have no idea.
It's the
You?
new
I
email
don't
female,
know.
our front desk lady.
I'm not familiar.
That's the front desk lady?
Yes,
The
it
lady who
is.
never smiles?
Yes,
my
I believe
God,
so.
that's the front desk lady.
Jeez.
She's an email female?
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
It's fantastic. So
By the way, the subject, it was pointed out to me that Mikey heard nothing about and knew nothing about after all three shows that preceded him talked about Tom Brady and the Alex Guerrero situation.
Yes.
Had no idea who Alex Guerrero was.
I can confirm
what his
that.
relationship to Tom was and what was going on with that story at 6 bleeping p.m.
I can confirm that. I will never give up my source ever. But somebody who might have been in that studio, he used to host a show with a former baseball player.
Yes.
I'm not going to say who it is.
No, don't say who it is.
He has a nickname. They don't call him by his first name.
No.
Which is Mike.
Yes.
I can confirm that the source told me that and was very upset about
At 6 o'clock, he knew nothing about Alex Guerrero and Tom Brady.
Is that why they fought? Why did Mikey and
I think that was an accumulation of stuff over the
They just
months.
have differing styles.
By the way, I'll say on that fight that they were both right, that Mutt did not do a great job with Mikey because he was frustrated, and Mikey didn't do a great job with Mutt because he didn't prepare hard. I think they were both right.
What did Mutt do wrong?
Well, Mutt would get frustrated and sort of sulk and not contribute as much as he should have because he was frustrated.
And then
as opposed to
Mikey
fighting,
called him out?
which was the greatest radio of all time when the two of them fought that show.
Right.
Then now they had their fight, and now they pretend they're friends again. It's almost like where they were.
I like Mikey, and I like him even better now. I want him to be like this every night.
He should be.
Is that possible? If he just get fired up and hateful and go all
then he'd be all Minihane.
I hope so.
But he'd be, all Minihane, but he'd be funnier and he'd have more friends. And he'd be
I'm funnier than Mikey. But one thing that Mikey's right about, he's right about me on that guy. That's not even a criticism. I completely agree with that. I need that stuff.
He's afraid of you. He doesn't want to get
No,
you.
he's not afraid of me.
He's not afraid of Dino. He's calling Dino up.
I know, and you're taking it. What's wrong with you?
He's allowed to have his opinion.
Oh, come on.
He's allowed to have his opinion, as wrong as it may be, as ill-founded as it may be, as jealous as it happens to be.
Where's it come from?
I have no idea. I guess I backed Mutt in the Mikey Mutt.
Yeah, I guess he's out to tame the Tigers. You can't let him play golf now.
I'm glad I took Mikey's side in this. He's not mad at me.
Yeah, you never get in the fights with anybody.
No.
617, it's Corporate Callahan.
It is.
617-7797-937. Suns up, guns out. JetBlue Park, Fort Myers, Florida.
And clean up after Mike Adams for 15 minutes.
It's Dennis and Callahan on WEEI.
And I just wish I would get the same respect. I don't know if you don't respect me, or you don't like the work I do, or you think that I should be doing a different job.
Are you taking lessons from Kirk Minihane on this?
No, but if you got a call from somebody in management and they said the guy you're working with is not happy with your performance, how would you respond? And when the guy never came to you and said anything.
Thanks for bringing it up, by the way. It's really.
Oh, thanks for going above my head instead of telling me like a man and treat me like a little bitch. Why are you laughing? It's not. You think it's funny? Like, you think it's great to get that call? I'm trying to feed my family at home. You know my situation here at this radio station, so I got a call from somebody in management questioning my job. What does that lead me to think? Am I going to lose my job because Mike wants me off his show?
Well, talk about stabbing people behind their back when they're not listening, when they're not looking, when they're not there. So Mikey went to management and said, Mutt's not doing his job. Man, talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
No irony intended there, right?
It's a tremendous amount of irony.
Yeah,
Mikey said that Mutt is ill-prepared to do the job.
It's a character assassination, Dino. And
Wow.
I thought Mutt handled it poorly. I would have talked about it off the air if I were Mutt, but he decided to go on the air and do it.
I think Mutt was he was coached up. That's what I would say.
He was by Kevin Graham, yes.
He was coached up in that situation. Somebody said.
Did you have a problem with it? This is the way he did it?
Somebody said, "Go at him, Mutt," and he did. And look at Proud Papa over here.
I had nothing to do with it.
Let's get some phone calls in here. We kick it off in Revere with Aaron. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Dino. Hey, Mikey stepped in it with you, especially with us who used to have respect for Mikey. I can't believe he said that about you. But what he didn't say enough about Minihane. And Minihane, yes, you did bring interest to the show, but you have to remember, when Dino's not there, the show sucks. And you deleted me off your Facebook page, and you're mean to people who were nice to you. You remember that, Minihane, because you are nasty, and I'm going to hang up.
Were you going to hang up?
No, don't hang
Don't
up.
hang up.
Oh, no.
Call back, you puss.
Come on, Aaron.
Come
Call
on,
back.
you dickless pussy.
I think Aaron's right on target.
Call
though.
back.
When I'm not here, the show sucks.
That's not what Bobby Orr said, by the
way. Bill's in Rhode Island. Bill, what's up?
Good morning, guys.
Hi, Bill.
I'd like to keep this Pablo Sandoval story rolling, if I may.
Dale won't be happy with you. Dale won't be happy.
Oh, well, whatever John Henry said, I think he was BSing everybody. The thing that got me was the conditioning and agility. How agile did he look last year?
He looked terrible.
He was awful.
Couldn't move.
And here's how it works when you do in any job. When you have a terrible year, they call you in and they say, either you're fired, or they say you got to do better. And here's a little list of things we would like to see you do in the offseason. And he did none of them. If that doesn't infuriate a Red Sox fan, somebody who pays for tickets and watches and devotes much of their summer into this, if that doesn't infuriate them, then they are fools. Then they are suckers.
Exactly, Jerry. I mean, this guy he's a professional athlete. Granted, he's always been fat, but he's going to take a little pride. I mean, lose the weight.
He has no. We now know after this offseason, he has no pride, no
and no
personal
shame,
pride.
by the way.
None, zero. This will never. If it didn't change after this offseason, it will never change.
It's not like Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue where there's a place for fatties, right? There's no.
I don't know
place
what that
for
means.
There's no place for fatties. They said, listen, being fat doesn't help you do your job. Even though you won 3 World Series, you could do better. I said this to, was it Henry? Was it Werner or Dombrowski? Like, couldn't even the guys they referred to, Tony Gwynn,
Dombrowski said this too, yeah.
Prince Fielder, wouldn't Prince Fielder be better? Would he have flopped round to third in that playoff game, just falling on his face at Fenway? If he were, instead of being 320, if he were, 250?
Well, even Kirby Puckett, he may have been a better player if he was 20 pounds lighter.
They last longer.
Right.
There's no doubt they last longer if you are in better
Although
shape.
Gwynn played forever.
Yeah, I would call Gwynn an outlier. I
Sure.
really would.
You still have not answered my question. What would be the downside of this baseball operation at some level, if not the manager who has to deal with him every single day, to call this guy out and say, this is not what we were looking for. We were expecting more from Pablo. Where's the downside?
I don't know.
Pablo's going to suck and not have any zone rating?
Privately or publicly? Because
in any way.
If you did it publicly, maybe you turn the fans and the media on him. Maybe he gets booed and heckled, and
they're down on him already.
And you're afraid he's sensitive because he's a sensitive guy.
Right.
Well, not down here. There's
like
Dino. There's one heckler. One heckler down here.
No, I know, but
everyone else is saying, Pablo, I love
this
you.
This is bizarro.
Don't listen. I mean, you heard there's a number of the media who have his back, his rather large back. It's strange,
but not a lot though.
Maybe what they do is say what I said. They say he won 3 World Series. He hit.
Right.
He's always been fat. He'll never be thin. They just find ways, or they turn their focus on something else, like the sign outside the clubhouse, when in fact the focus should be on this slob and the problems he's created for Farrell and for Dombrowski and company, but mostly for Farrell. I mean, I was watching this practice yesterday thinking, be Farrell. Be Farrell watching that. You got Hanley trying to learn a new position. And you got two or three guys behind him, including David Ortiz, by the way, behind him in practice, like in the line they have at first base, who are all better than he is. And then over at third, you got this little utility guy, Brock Holt, going, I am so much better. Looking at Sandoval, watching him run around the infield, or try to, and saying, if this were high school, if this were junior, if this were Little League, I'd beat him out. I would beat him out.
So if what Sam Kennedy told us is true, and I have every reason to believe Sam when he said nothing matters if we're not winning. Marketing doesn't matter. Season ticket sale renewals don't matter. Advertisers don't. None of it matters if we're not winning. If John Farrell takes that approach, how long can he sit there and watch this load
Not
at
long,
third,
Dino.
and the guy just booting the ball at first?
Well, he's also worrying about
lose game after game
and
after
his
game.
job.
Exactly.
And his
That's
job.
my point.
At some point, you have to say they've sucked for the last 2 years. This year, if they have a slow start, people are going to check out. They're going to be gone. Gonzo. And if you think of it from that perspective, you make a move. And if you think about it from Farrell's perspective, you make a move. The question is, will Farrell, who has not shown this at all as a manager, will he have the balls to bench Ramirez and or Sandoval?
The answer is no.
I agree. And he's going to lose.
Would he have to get approval to do that?
He will get fired before he benches.
He will get fired, and all the players will say what a great guy he was.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Lavola will take over, and you know what he will do? He will leave Hanley at first and Sandoval at third.
Right.
617-7797-93.7 JetBlue Park, Fort Myers, Florida, Red Sox spring training.
How to show up with Coca-Cola Energy. You're tired and you're thinking of canceling on your friends. Don't do it! Every time you cancel on a friend, a unicorn loses its horn and becomes a regular horse. Do you really want that on your conscience? Instead, grab an ice-cold can of Coca-Cola Energy with delicious Coke taste and reinvigorating energy. Keep the unicorns alive! Show up every day with Coca-Cola Energy. Energy you want, taste you love.